Good morning. It is about mid-May, and I just got out of school for the summer. Don't go back to August. And I'm out here this morning digging up some onions that have flowered and started to go to seed. I'm going to dig them up, which I just completed doing. I'm tying them together in bundles, and I'm going to hang them right there inside the carport so that they can dry. And then when it comes time to plant this fall, to do my fall crop, I will have onion bulbs to plant. So let me just turn the camera around and show y'all what I'm doing. As you know, I garden in old tractor tires, and I've dug these onions up. You can see the little bulbs on the end. They were planted way close together, so this next season I'm going to have to plant them. But once they start flowering like that on the top, it's time to dig them up and hang them. They start bulbing up, okay? And these are green onions, which I use a lot in salads and cooking and stuff. I've got this tire. I've ordered some seed that I'm going to be planting some more things. And then this tire over here I've got to clean out. It's got a few weeds in it, but I got to clean it out and get it ready for planting too. Right now this is just my storage tire, but I'm going to try to clean it out this weekend and get some dirt here and get it ready to plant something. I've got a few asparagus in this tire, but I've got to buy some more 2-year asparagus and plant in here with them because I've lost several. It's my first time growing asparagus, and apparently it's a hard plant to grow. These are my potatoes, and yeah, they do look bad, but they're supposed to. They're dying down, and once they die down completely, which I anticipate to be by the end of the week, then I will dig my potatoes up that are in the ground here and put them in a cool, dry place to store and use as needed. And then over here I have some spinach, which has gotten too big to eat, and you can see that it's flowering on the top. I've been feeding it to my chickens. I got about 3 more days of feeding to my chickens, and then I'm gonna plant some new spinach here because I love to eat spinach salad. And then I have my garlic here. That's almost ready to gather, but not quite. I just planted this garlic in, I want to say it was November, and it really didn't start doing anything till a couple of months ago. So I'm going to dig some of it up and put me some garlic in the freezer because I like to put things up that I can use throughout the year. Over here I have my last stalk of collards, and it's done got too big to eat. We did put up a lot and put in the freezer, if y'all saw that in a previous video. I've got a small one started over here from seed, but I'm going to pull this up. I got to check to see if it's okay to feed to my chickens, and if so, I'm going to feed my chickens with it. You can see the bugs are starting to get it, but you don't plant the collards until it cools off a little bit. So I'm going to pull that up. That's just left over from the fall. We had them all along here, and we ate off of them and put some in the freezer, but this one is going to be chicken feed as long as they can have it. I did order a few tomato seeds, but I'm not going to plant any until fall. I'm going to do fall tomatoes. Here in Louisiana we have an extended season, and I'm going to do some fall tomatoes, but not many. I'm just going to do enough to eat off of. But for right now, that's all I got going on. But I do have squash coming that I'm going to plant when I get these potatoes dug up. I'm probably going to plant some Brussels sprouts in here. Of course, over there, I'm going to plant some lettuce and some more spinach. Planting some more asparagus. It takes 2 years, they say, for asparagus to come to fruition. So I'm gonna plant some more asparagus and try to get me a big bed of that going, because we like asparagus, and I'm gonna see if I can look at it. I saw my friend at my daughter's wedding here a few weeks ago, and she's like, you really gotta fertilize asparagus a lot. And so I'm just gonna do some more research on it and see if I can't do a little bit better. If not, that may be something we either do without if times get really hard, or if it's still available in stores, I'll just have to buy it when I want some. But I really would like to raise my own. And we have some friends down the road that raises some, and they'll bring me a mess or two when they start getting theirs in. But I'm just trying to do a lot of things on my own. I used to do this growing up. It's what we did. We grew vegetables and we put them up, and we rarely bought vegetables in the store until I was probably a teenager, and then everything started being canned, and we started getting lazy and doing that. But I really want to get back into being able to grow my own vegetables, because you never know what's going to happen in this old world, and you want to have a means to feed yourself. That's one reason I got chickens. I get all my eggs from my chickens. I don't have to buy any eggs. I am going to be extending my chicken area. Let me just show you. Everybody knows what my chicken area looks like now, and I have 5 chickens, and I pretty much get 5 eggs a day. But right out here, you see that grown up area? It goes pretty far back to the tree line, and we've talked to a guy, and he's going to clear that out for us. It hadn't been dry enough yet to do that, but when it gets dry enough, we're going to clear all that area up back there. We're only leaving about 2 trees for a little bit of shade, and I'm going to put a bigger coop and run out there. I do not free range my chickens, and one reason is because I just don't like chicken poop everywhere, all over my patio furniture and everywhere else. But another reason is we have hawks around here. I have a fox that I see every year that I think is bedding and raising baby fox around here somewhere. We have a bear on the back of our property. We have deer, which deer won't bother the chickens, but we got a lot of wildlife. We got hawks, we got owls, we got possums, we got coons. So we have a lot of predators for chickens. So my chickens have never been outside of their run, like ever, except when I clean and Clorox twice a year, and we put them in a little cage right outside, and that's the only time they get to peck through and get to the grass. But other than that, they stay in their run, and they're happy in there, and it's a big run, and for no more than 5 chickens, they got plenty of space. I feed them greens. They get their chicken food. They got water in there, their coops in there, everything they need's in there. But I'm not gonna spend all this money raising them and feeding them to let a hawk get them. I don't sell eggs. I do give eggs to friends on occasion, but I don't really sell eggs. Every now and then somebody will say, here's $2 for chicken feed. And I will take that for chicken feed, but I will not sell my eggs. I did start water glassing this year, and in October it'll be a year since I started water glassing, and I'm gonna get some of those eggs out and cook with them and try them out. Water glassing's been done for centuries. Well, I wouldn't say centuries, but for a very long time. Well, I guess so. Started in the 1800s, I believe, and a few centuries. Boy, I feel old. But anyway, we got 3 blueberry bushes planted last year that are starting to come along, and I got to fertilize them this year. We want to get them up big so we can do jam and jelly out of those. Right now, I'm not planning on doing any jelly this summer because I did 3 different kinds last summer, but at Christmas time, I am going to do my Christmas jam again. I'm down to 1 jar of it, and so I'm just trying to use my own resources and grow my own food as much as possible. I've thought about getting some meat chickens as well as egg layers. Not sure about that yet. I hadn't really decided, but that may be an option for me in the future if I want to start having a few meat chickens, just to have some meat every now and then that's not full of antibiotics and shot full of all these other things that makes them grow at a rapid speed and all this. I think a lot of times that's where we get our cancer and stuff from. I eat them. I'm not going to say I don't. I do. And I've started being a little bit more picky about when I go to the grocery store, buying meat that's more organic and not shot full of, farm raised and farm fed and not have a lot of crap in them. And I try to buy local when I can. If I see somebody that's selling meat chickens from their flock, and I'll buy some of them and put them in the freezer if I need to do that. I will do that. I haven't done that yet, but that is something that I will do. And I'm gonna start really watching close for stuff like that. We've got some friends that live a town over in the next parish. As you know, Louisiana has parishes and we don't have counties, but over in the next parish, we have, and my mom's leaving now, way back, she's going to the senior center. But anyway, we have friends that live over in the next parish that have cattle farm, and they sell cows, and so we've talked about getting a half of a cow and splitting a cow with somebody. So we may do that. We eat deer meat, so we have some deer in the freezer, so I've been using that a lot lately and not really buying a lot of meat. Every now and then my husband likes to get a ribeye, and we do that, but we would much rather have it from somewhere where we know it's coming from and what's pumped into the animal. So I think we're going to be looking at trying to get another freezer and putting it somewhere to where we can have room for it and have some meat that's locally grown, and then that helps our neighbors out too, because it helps them earn a living, and it's just not going to who knows where. All right, I don't know what else I can say this morning. I got some stuff to do, so I need to get off here and do it. But I just wanted to touch base with y'all. I hadn't forgot y'all. I'm gonna try to do a few more YouTube videos this summer than what I've been doing. Been really busy with school, going to DNP school and teaching nursing students, and so I don't have a lot of time during the year. I'm not taking a class this summer. My next class isn't until August. I am working on my DNP project paper, but hopefully that'll go smoothly, and then I got a few other things in the works. But other than that, I'll get back with y'all later. I'll plant some things this week when my seeds come in, and then here in a few weeks when they start coming through and start growing, I'll get back on here and show y'all some more things I'm doing. Also going to clean my yard up a little bit and get rid of some crap out of the flower beds. I don't really have flower beds in the front. Mom had let them go for years, and understandably, because I don't even want to get in them and work in them now. But I want to get all that cleaned up. I'm going to have to hire somebody, but I just want a neater place. I want to get rid of all these flower beds around these trees. Back in the day it was the thing, and my mother used to have a beautiful yard when she was younger and we were young kids, and we had irises and daylilies and all kinds of beautiful flowers in the flower beds, but now, the upkeep on them is just too much for me, having to work full time. My mother never had to work, and she was always here, so she was always doing things, and she just had a beautiful yard back in the day. But right now I just got to get rid of some stuff because I don't have the time to take care of it, and I don't like overgrown and things that look like they hadn't been taken care of. So I just want to make it easier for myself. So hopefully I can find somebody to do that soon, and we can get that little bit of the yard cleaned up. I got somebody bringing out gravel in a few weeks to put some gravel in different places. And I'm gonna have them bring out a load of gravel like once every couple of months as I can afford it until we get the entire driveway finished, graveled. And then we want to make a driveway across the front of the yard, like a little circle drive in the front. And that's down the road probably in the next year or two, but that's got to be formed up and gotten ready before we can we're not just going to throw gravel out on the grass. So I'm going to form that road up and get that drive made, and that'll give us more parking. Right now when people come, there's room to park, but you can't block the driveway because my mother has the mailbox back here so that she can get to it easily, even though I live here now. I'm not here all the time. I work a lot, and plus I take a lot of trips, and so when I'm not here, and my husband works, and he's not here all the time either, so she has to be able to access the mailbox, and it's right there at the back drive, and they have allowed her, the mailman comes back through here and delivers and picks up the mail, and that just works for her right now. So trying to get all that situated and get the gravel on the driveway. But anyway, I can talk your heads off all day, but I got to get back to work, but we'll check in later. Okay, so I have tie wrapped the onions, and I have them hanging here for them to dry. And then when I get ready to plant this fall, I'll take them down and plant them. So I just gave my chickens some of the spinach, and they're going to town on it.